Wow.
And it made me really sad to know that I could never have loved that love returned. It was hopeless. We didn't have any classes together this year, and I didn't know where you spend your time.
And then I trailed off, which allowed Monica to finish my thought.
And then you joined the literature club. I was so happy that day, I felt like kissing you right on the spot. But I couldn't. I definitely couldn't. You had no interest in me, I already knew that. But eventually I got my chance.
Today. She nodded.
Yep, exactly. I could hang out with you during the festival. I could get close to you and ask you to come to the roof. I would tell you my feelings, and then we were right off into the sunset.
I smiled.
Clearly not everything came to fruition. I kinda went against my own plan.
She chuckled nervously.
What you said. It made me really happy. And it also made me really excited. Nervous, too. So I acted.
I sat in stunned silence. Monica, I'm having a hard time believing it, really. She's in love with me. Hell, she even proved it. That speech, and the kiss especially. Are we dating now? Is that how this works? Do I want to date Monica? I mean, yeah. I've always wanted a girlfriend. What guy doesn't? I've been lonely my whole life. This is your chance, Hallie.
So, will you go out with me?
They say in life to take it easy. Take it easy. But take it. Yeah. Monica rushed forward, smiled wide, and gave me a bear hug. I, not knowing what to really do, awkwardly hugged back. After a few moments, she backed off slightly.
Anyway, I have to get going.
What? Where to? It's not very late, but I can't imagine she would make plans on the day of the festival.
I have a swim meet in a few hours.
A swim meet? I began to imagine Monica in a swimsuit. At first, I didn't think much of it. It was nice, but she was my girlfriend now, right? This isn't creepy. But upon imagining a certain purple-haired friend in a swimsuit, I blushed and wiped my mind clean. Monica giggled upon seeing my cheeks turn bright red.
You can come watch if you want.
Oh, good idea. The first step to being a great boyfriend is to show support for your loved ones. Sure, I'll be there. Way to show off your confidence. I cleared my throat and continued. Is it at the public pool?
No, it's at my mansion.
You live in a mansion? I froze.
Relax, I was just kidding.
Okay.
Yes, it's at the public pool. Around 16:45, so it's not too long from now.
She turned to walk to the roof exit, and I waved. Or, she waved.
I'll see you then.
I'll catch ya. I pulled out my phone to look up the directions to this place until I remembered. Hey, wait! Monica turned around as she was holding open the door.
Yes?
Isn't it a little too cold for a swim meet? It's November.
Thanks for worrying, but the pools are indoors.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
They want us to do swim all year, so they took advantage of the indoor pools. It can get tiring, but I like to swim, so I don't really mind.
Fair enough then.
Anyway, I gotta go. See ya.
She turns around and walks through the roof exit door. I wave limply and slowly put my hand down afterwards. I began to try and process what exactly had occurred. I got a girlfriend, and it's Monica! Woohoo! Yuri ran through the halls of the school, holding her head in her hands. She didn't care that she was breaking the rules. No running in the halls, they say. Whatever. She just wanted to be alone. She needed to think. And that pink... Yuri, slow down! That pink brat isn't helping! Yuri rammed her shoulder into the woman's bathroom door. While it hurt, it allowed her for a quick entrance. She quickly ran to a nearby stall, entered, and locked the door behind her. What's the trouble, Yuri?
Yuri, hey! No!
Yuri slapped a hand over her mouth. Calm down.
Natsuki.
Yuri took a deep breath.
Natsuki, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but please, just leave me alone for a little while.
For a bit, there was no response. The silence is broken by Natsuki exhaling in defeat.
All right. Just...
She hesitated.
Whatever. I'll see you later, Yuri. Goodbye.
Natsuki walked away, mumbling something about being alone. But Yuri didn't pay much attention to it. Instead, she sat down on the floor of the bathroom, not caring about how dirty it was. She put her fingers to her nose and massaged it.
You passed out.
And in front of Hallie, God, he probably thinks you're some kind of weirdo. I feel like this would flow a little less awkwardly if it was actually just her perspective. Who just faints. And it's because of a little public speaking.
Well, that's great. On top of being a weirdo, he definitely thinks I'm some kind of scaredy cat.
Well, you are. Yuri, the scared little girl. Can't talk to somebody without breaking down. You can't talk to many without losing consciousness. And all of it in front of her greatest friend.
Friend? Is Hallie my friend?
It's all just confusing.
I doubt it. Even if I believe we are friends, would he believe we're friends? If he doesn't consider me his friend, would he even want to?
After today, she'd be surprised. Who would want to be friends with her? A scared, weak little girl. He just... She began to breathe even harder. Oh, Yuri. It was getting harder and harder to suck air into her lungs, and her vision was getting rather cloudy. Yuri reached into her purse and pulled out a small handkerchief. Red in color, it had a nice sewn-on picture of a butterfly. It was a gift from her mother. Upon unraveling it, she grabbed the razor blade she kept inside.
Sorry, Mama.
She pulled back her sleeve and slowly put the cold metal to her arm.
Just a little bit.
Her hands shook as she took a deep breath. In one fluid motion, she sucked in a big breath of air and swiped the blade across her skin. She winced and watched as the blood quickly flowed from the affected area. But she forgot all of that as she took it in. The rush. The endorphins. She exhaled and her pupils dilated. As the metallic scent filled her nostrils and the blood dripped to the floor, she began to feel lightheaded. She let her muscles relax as her breathing slowed. Her eyelids got heavy, and she took in another deep breath.
I needed that. After today.
She chuckled.
You thought you could have a big day like this without doing it, hmm? I knew you could do it.
She muttered sarcastically, and then sniffled. The rush was slowly leaving, and she could feel herself falling back down to earth. She looked at the blood all over the floor and winced. Ew. She grabbed her handkerchief and dabbed at the wound, cleaning up a minor amount of the crimson liquid. She reached into her purse and pulled out a roll of bandages, along with a small bottle of peroxide. She wet the handkerchief with some, and upon putting it to her cut, winced. She's wincing a lot, man. She never liked disinfecting the wound. She bandaged her arm quickly, pulled back her sleeve, and cleaned up the blood on the floor with some toilet paper. She walked out of the stall, and on her way out of the bathroom, she stared at herself in the mirror. She saw her cloudy eyes and running makeup. She never should have put that on. She sighed.
You're a freak, Yuri.
She wiped the black liquid into the arm of her sweater. Oh, that's gonna leave a stain. Freaks don't deserve to feel pretty. Yuri walked out of the bathroom, thinking about the past few moments in shame. She walked along the lone hallways, feeling as if she were floating.
Fresh air would be a good idea.
She thought about the quickest spot she could go for some. She's on the 3rd floor, right?
The exit is a ways away. I could probably head to the roof.
Yuri smiled at the thought. Yeah. She began to move with more pep in her step as she walked to the roof stairs. She walked up the aforementioned set of stairs and opened the door. Upon opening the door, she was met with a less than wanted sight. 2 of her closest friends, engaging in acts fitting for a couple. Yuri slowly closed the door and walked back downstairs. Yeah, I had a feeling that she'd catch them kissing. Upon getting to a space where she was alone, she fell to the ground and began to cry. She didn't know why, but after seeing that, she felt defeated. She felt hurt. Hurt beyond belief. As Monica's swim meet had ended a few minutes ago, we were walking home together. It was nice outside. Dark, but nice. I hadn't checked my phone in a little while, so I was unsure of the time, but I knew it had to be late. If the sky were anything to go off of, at least. though in recent it hadn't been. Winter always fucks with the day and night cycle. It very well could have been 1730, though I guess everything today is questionable. Who the hell has a swim meet in the wintertime? As I thought this, Monica tapped my shoulder.
Sorry if this is a weird question, but where are we going?
Wait, where are we going? I don't know. I was kind of following you.
And I was following you.
There's a small moment of silence. How about we go to your place? Bad move, you never want to go to a girl's house on the first date.
We just started dating and you already want to come over? Didn't your mother ever teach you manners?
I knew it. But, she giggled.
I'm just kidding, Hallie. We can go to my house if you want.
I mean, if you don't want to, we don't have to.
Who said I didn't want you to come over?
I coughed. Right. We continued the rest of the walk there in relative silence, save for the occasional direction from Monica. It was serene. The night sky was beautiful, and the lights from the poles and lit houses made for the perfect vibe. Even though it was like a scene from a shitty romance movie, I was having the time of my life. We arrived at her house, only a few minutes later. Her place was pretty close by. Or maybe it wasn't. I wouldn't know, I hadn't been timing our CrossFit jog or anything like that.
Well, here's my stop.
There is once again a moment of silence. Monica smiled and looked away nervously.
I know I said we could hang out here, but I believe my parents are home. I think we should just part ways here, if that's okay.
I nodded. That's fine. Monica smiled.
I had a really good time tonight, Hallie. And I hope we can do it again sometime soon. But for now...
Monica pecked me on the cheek, quickly pulling back afterwards.
Bye-bye.
I slowly put a hand to my cheek as Monica unlocked her door. That felt a little rushed. Are her parents hawks or something?
Oh, and one last thing.
Monica had turned back to face me. Yeah?
I really like your hair. You should come in more often.
She entered her house and quickly shut the door. I was once again left to ponder, which I felt I had done many times at this point. Today was a good day. No, today was a great day. I turned around and began walking in the direction of my neighborhood, the smile never leaving my face. At least, until the home stretch. It was then that it hit me like a pile of bricks. Shit. I hope Yuri is okay. Aw, man. We totally left her behind back there. I should probably give her a call. That's a good idea. I pulled out my cell phone and pressed the power button. Nothing. Damn it! It's dead! I groaned. I shoved it back into my pocket. I hardly even used you today, you piece of shit. Damn Google Apps draining my battery. I sighed and put both hands in my pockets. I'll have to ask her tomorrow. I don't know her address, and my phone will rapidly die if I use it while it's charging. Ugh. The one time I actually needed a phone and it's dead. Wonderful. I gotta ask for a new one sometime soon. I muttered to myself, well, whatever. This doesn't take away from the day I've had. It was still good. Thank you for playing this demo. Full game will be out eventually, but don't hold your breath just yet. It might be a little while. Why? Well, I'm only one guy. I've got some help regarding a few details, like poems and playtesting, but all of the coding and general story work is done by me. So, while I do promise it will be out eventually, I've come this far, it might be a little bit. It's gonna be good, though. Just wait and see. Please go through the credits document included if you recognize an asset of yours. This demo doesn't have a credit sequence, so if you're playing and looking for your credit, it's in there. Also, read the poems. They're, like, really good. Anyway, thanks again for playing, and I'll see you next time. Oh, there we go. I guess that's it for Tropical Rain for now. I think I actually will go check that folder real quick, because I've got a bit of time here. Let me just... How do I... Where did I stash it? Dang it. I am so good at navigating my computer. Pardon me one moment, dear viewer. Okay, Tropical Rain. First of all, in the credits. Let's see... Where was it? I was trying to see where they got their, like, sunset neighborhood from. Because I have made a sunset neighborhood once before, and I wasn't sure if that was the same one. But I'm not in here, it seems, so I guess it's not the same one. Not a big deal, though. But let's see. I don't know if the poems that they included are different than the ones... Nah, they're the same poems that we just read in the festival. So no, I'm not going to read the poems. I already technically did read them. But yeah, seems interesting so far. It feels a little stiff sometimes. Like they're saying what they do because it's part of the script, not necessarily because it's what they would naturally say next. And, like, that's kind of a hard thing to pin down. It's also kind of hard to advise without some examples. If the developer is curious to hear some, I might be able to elaborate more on that, like by reviewing my own footage and stuff. It does feel like things move a little bit quickly. Like, I guess Monica explained that she'd been crushing on the MC for a while, and that helped to explain why she was, like, so quick to just jump into his embrace and kiss him and all that. But it does feel a little convenient, and it was also a bit odd in, like, their rooftop scene where she was, like, super quiet while he was talking, and then he had, like, nothing to say while she was talking. I feel like a conversation would be a little bit more organic if there was some back and forth instead of just one monologue to her and then her monologue to him. What else? It's a little bit odd. The dialogue kind of flip-flops between, like, informal and, like, kind of, like, too formal, I want to say. Like, sometimes the MC is casually swearing in his monologues, or his inner monologue, and the other times he's just, like, well, he feels more like himself, I guess I want to say. Because, like, the original DDLC didn't really do a whole lot of casual thinking like that. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a bad thing, just it feels a little weird. Like, maybe commit more to one or the other. Like, either have the narration stay formal or have it stay informal, but, like, having it flip-flop, it's just a little bit jarring. But it seems like the mod has potential. I'm not going to knock it too hard just yet. It's only a demo, after all. But that's also going to do it for now. And I'll compose the rest of my thoughts into something more proper in the review. So thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time with more Doki Doki. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.